are 10 moments that sparked intense discussion after Meghan Markle was reportedly asked to step aside or leave during public or private events. Some of these stories have been widely debated for years, while others remain based on claims and accounts from commentators rather than confirmed facts. Whether coincidence, protocol, or awkward timing, every incident added another chapter to the ongoing conversation surrounding her public image. And trust me, the fifth story stands out as one of the most unbelievable twists on the entire list, so you won't want to miss it. One of the earliest moments happened during a royal tour of Morocco. A ceremonial red carpet had been prepared for Prince Harry to walk across while inspecting the guard of honor waiting for him. It was a formal military welcome with strict royal protocol in place, and for a brief moment, it looked like Meghan expected to remain right beside Harry. But everything changed in seconds. A palace staff member quickly stepped in, quietly stopped her, and guided her away from the carpet. The moment lasted only a short time, but cameras caught the interaction, and it immediately became a talking point. Meghan exchanged a few words with the staff member, seemingly hoping the situation would change, but the instruction remained the same. With little choice, she moved to the side of the carpet, keeping a composed but noticeably serious expression as Harry continued with the official ceremony alone. Some people later speculated she had simply been reminded that the ceremonial red carpet was reserved for the royal conducting the inspection, while others claimed she had been prevented from joining. Because of protocol. Whatever the reason, the attention stayed on Harry during that formal moment instead of shifting elsewhere. Shortly after their marriage, they were invited to Prince Charles's birthday, but they were escorted out after a short while of their presence because of Meghan Markle. She was acting so out of place at the party, meaning she didn't want to be there. Camilla heard Meghan saying that she just wants to go back home. Camilla informed Charles, and he thought, instead of keeping someone with negative energy around, why not just let her go? He had to do that duty and escorted them out of the party because of her bad behavior. Just a few minutes later, he told Harry, "Your car is waiting outside. It is time to leave." They just greeted some people and left. What a pity. This happened in March 2019, during the 50th anniversary of Charles becoming Prince of Wales. Buckingham Palace was hosting a formal reception with senior royals and important guests. Before the main event, Queen Elizabeth II, Charles, and Prince William were scheduled to view the investiture items in a private room. Only they and their spouses were allowed inside. All other guests were clearly instructed to wait in a different room. But Prince Harry and Meghan didn't follow that instruction. Video footage shows them already standing near the entrance of the private room before the Queen arrived, meaning they had pushed ahead of everyone else. Just when it looked like they might remain in the room, palace protocol reportedly brought everything to a sudden stop. According to accounts of the event, King Charles firmly made it clear by saying, "No, senior royals only." Even after that instruction,
overnight, a spokesperson for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle saying the couple is being kicked out of their Windsor home, telling NBC News the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been requested to vacate their residence at Frogmore Cottage.
The Queen has culled the guest list for one of the key moments of her Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Only working members of the royal family are permitted to join her on the balcony at Buckingham Palace, meaning the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Prince Andrew have been snubbed.
Prince Harry and Meghan were said to have remained near the entrance instead of stepping back with the other guests. Moments later, palace aides, joined by a security officer, reportedly intervened and guided them away from the Queen's private gathering before escorting them out of the room. The incident quickly became another example that royal protocol, especially around the monarch, was not something staff were willing to bend for anyone. Another story comes from Michael Cecchi-Azzolina, a veteran maitre d' known for working at several Michelin-starred restaurants. In his book, Your Table is Ready, Tales of a New York City Maitre d', He described an encounter at Le Coucou in 2017 that has continued to attract attention. According to his account, Meghan's representative requested a private table, explaining that it was necessary because she was dating Prince Harry. Chechi Azolina wrote that he politely explained there simply wasn't a private table available that evening. Instead of accepting the answer, he claimed the representative repeated that the guest was dating Prince Harry and would soon become a duchess. He later admitted his first reaction was almost to laugh, because from his perspective, the title made no difference inside the restaurant. He recalled that neither he, the staff, nor the guests seemed impressed.
Viewers were shocked to see that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were relegated to the second row during the Queen.
Pointing out that influential and well-known people regularly visited the establishment without expecting special treatment. Throughout the exchange, Meghan reportedly remained quiet and kept some distance while her representative handled the discussion. He later described her as appearing reserved and detached, saying the entire situation drew attention for unexpected reasons rather than creating the VIP experience that had reportedly been sought. Whether people agree with his version or not, the story has remained one of the most frequently discussed anecdotes from that period. Another controversial account centers on Meghan's role as patron of the National Theatre while attending an engagement connected to the Dorfman Theatre. According to claims widely shared online, Queen Elizabeth II had wanted to meet with Meghan beforehand, but Meghan allegedly continued with her scheduled arts engagement instead of changing plans. According to those reports, the situation became even more awkward because the Queen had already cancelled the planned meeting. When Meghan reportedly arrived, she was informed there would be no event to attend, no meeting taking place, and no official role for her at that moment. Staff members then directed her to leave and return to Buckingham Palace. The story also fueled speculation because observers noticed she appeared without her wedding ring, something that quickly sparked discussion among commentators who wondered whether it carried any significance, although no official explanation was ever given. If those reports are accurate, many commentators viewed the incident as a major breach of royal expectations rather than a simple misunderstanding. Within the monarchy, the sovereign's schedule and instructions traditionally take priority over everything else. Whether people believe the story or question it, the claim has remained part of the wider public debate surrounding Meghan's time as a working royal.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were reportedly excluded from a state event held at Buckingham Palace. King Charles III hosted leaders from around the globe who had traveled to London to attend the funeral. While Harry and Meghan were reportedly initially invited, the palace later decided that only working royals should be in attendance.
After stepping away from royal duties, Harry and Meghan spoke about gaining greater independence. But they also discovered that leaving official royal life meant losing several privileges connected to those roles. One of the biggest changes involved Frogmore Cottage. They were instructed to vacate the property, marking a major turning point in their lives and symbolizing a clear separation from their former position within the royal household. Then came Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee, a celebration honoring an extraordinary 70 years of service. During the highly watched events, Prince Harry and Meghan did not receive the same public role they once held. There was no balcony appearance, no front row position, and no treatment reflecting the status of senior working royals, reinforcing just how much their place within the institution had changed. Harry and Meghan Markle found themselves seated well away from the centre of attention. They were noticeably separated from Prince William and Princess Catherine, and that seating arrangement immediately caught the eyes of royal watchers around the world. For many observers, this wasn't something that happened by accident or because of limited space. Royal events are carefully planned down to the smallest detail, with every seat carrying meaning. Supporters and critics quickly agreed on one thing: the placement looked intentional. It reinforced the long-standing message that once someone is no longer a working royal, the privileges connected to that role no longer automatically follow. That moment became another reminder of how seriously the monarchy treats rank and official duty. Titles alone don't determine where someone stands during major royal occasions. Royal hierarchy, official responsibilities, and protocol usually come first. Cameras don't rewrite centuries of tradition, and public popularity doesn't change established ceremony. For a couple who have remained among the most talked about members of the royal family, the visual impact was impossible to ignore. Meghan arrived at a globally watched event, but many commentators believed the seating arrangement quietly demonstrated where she and Harry now fit within the institution. Whether people agreed with that decision or not, it became one of the most discussed images of the occasion. Royal historians have often pointed out that seating plans at major royal ceremonies are rarely random. Every invitation, every row, and every position is reviewed in advance to reflect official roles within the institution. Because of that, even small details quickly become major talking points. Supporters viewed the arrangement as simply following long-established protocol, while critics argued it reflected a clear message about changing responsibilities. Whatever interpretation people favoured, the photographs circulated across newspapers, television broadcasts, and social media almost immediately, keeping the discussion alive long after the ceremony had ended. Following their decision to step away from royal duties, another significant change became impossible to miss. Meghan Markle was no longer included in future Buckingham Palace balcony appearances. While some people viewed that as simply following established protocol, others saw it as a powerful public symbol. For generations, the balcony has represented the public face of the monarchy during its biggest celebrations. Standing there signals an official role within the working royal family. Once Meghan and Harry stepped away from those responsibilities, that role also disappeared. The change wasn't presented as temporary or uncertain. Instead, it reflected the palace's position that official appearances would be reserved for working members of the royal family. As a result, Meghan went from regularly appearing during major royal celebrations to no longer participating in one of the most recognizable traditions associated with the monarchy. It was a visible reminder that their relationship with the institution had fundamentally changed, and royal commentators spent months discussing what that decision meant for the couple's future. The balcony itself carries enormous symbolic importance because millions of people around the world recognize it as the closing image of Britain's biggest royal celebrations. Whether it's Trooping the Colour, Jubilees or Coronations, the appearance of senior royals together has traditionally represented continuity and stability. Being absent from that lineup naturally sparked discussion, with many people interpreting it as another clear indication that the couple's official royal chapter had come to an end. Another highly watched moment came during Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, an occasion centred on honouring the late monarch's extraordinary lifetime of service. Families from around the world were watching every detail, and every movement inside Westminster Abbey had been carefully organised well in advance. Royal ceremonies of that scale follow detailed planning, with seating positions, entrances and processions arranged according to protocol. During the service, Meghan was seated away from the senior working royals and, at various points in the television coverage, was partially hidden behind large ceremonial candles. That visual quickly spread across social media, leading to countless discussions online. Some people believed the placement carried deeper meaning, while others argued it was simply the result of established ceremonial planning and camera angles. Regardless of interpretation, the images became one of the most talked about moments from the funeral. Many royal commentators pointed out that nobody was removed from the ceremony itself. Instead, they argued that the arrangements reflected official royal protocol and the couple's changed position after stepping away from working royal duties. Within royal traditions, symbolic gestures often speak louder than public statements, and even seemingly small details can generate enormous attention. Whether intentional or simply procedural, the seating arrangement became another headline that fueled ongoing debate. For days afterward, television panels, newspaper columns, and online discussions continued analysing every frame from the service. Viewers debated everything, from seating charts to procession order, demonstrating just how closely royal ceremonies are examined. Even the smallest visual details became subjects of international conversation, showing how every appearance involving the royal family attracts enormous public interest. There was also discussion surrounding a major state reception hosted by King Charles for world leaders and distinguished international guests. Reports indicated that Prince Harry and Meghan were not included among those invited to attend. According to those reports, attendance was limited to working members of the royal family who continued carrying out official duties on behalf of the Crown. The decision once again highlighted the distinction between family relationships and official constitutional roles. For many observers, it wasn't simply about one reception. It reflected a broader shift that had been taking place ever since Harry and Meghan stepped away from royal life. Invitations connected to official state business appeared to follow institutional responsibilities rather than personal family ties. That distinction became increasingly clear as royal events continued over the following months. Royal experts frequently explain that state receptions differ from family gatherings because they serve diplomatic purposes. The guest list is generally built around official responsibilities rather than personal relationships. Because of that distinction, many observers believe the palace was simply maintaining a consistent policy regarding working royals and official engagements, even though the decision continued generating widespread debate. The discussion surrounding those invitations didn't fade after the event ended. Instead, it became another example that royal status and official royal duty are not always the same thing. Many royal commentators noted that being part of the family by marriage or birth does not automatically guarantee a role at every state occasion. Once Harry and Meghan stepped away from their positions as senior working royals, the palace appeared determined to keep official events focused on those still carrying out public responsibilities. That distinction became increasingly visible with each passing year. Supporters of the couple argued that excluding them only fueled more public speculation and media attention. Others believed the palace was simply applying the same standards to everyone regardless of popularity or public profile. Either way, the decision generated another wave of headlines across television, newspapers, and social media. Every photograph, every guest list, and every seating arrangement was examined in extraordinary detail. It showed once again that even when Harry and Meghan were absent from major royal occasions, they still managed to dominate the conversation. Their presence often became a story, but so did their absence, ensuring that public debate surrounding their relationship with the royal family continued without slowing down. Then came one of the most significant royal occasions in modern history, King Charles III's coronation. The ceremony attracted worldwide attention, with millions watching as centuries-old traditions unfolded inside Westminster Abbey. Prince Harry attended the event, but Meghan remained in California with their children. Her absence immediately became the subject of intense discussion. Numerous explanations circulated in newspapers, television programs, and online commentary. Some reports suggested she chose to remain at home to celebrate Prince Archie's birthday, while others offered different theories about why she did not travel to London. As with many royal stories, speculation quickly spread beyond the confirmed facts. Whatever the reason, her absence became almost as widely discussed as the ceremony itself. Many commentators noted that attending such a historic occasion would have placed Meghan on one of the world's biggest stages. Others argued that, following the couple's departure from royal duties, her absence reflected the new reality of their relationship with the institution. Regardless of which interpretation people accepted, the coronation demonstrated once again how closely every royal appearance or non-appearance is analysed across the globe. The coronation itself represented the beginning of a new reign and marked one of the most historically significant events in decades. Naturally, public attention extended beyond the ceremony and toward every member of the royal family connected to it. That level of scrutiny ensured that every decision, every appearance, and every absence became part of the wider public conversation. Looking back across all of these moments, one theme appears again and again: Whether during official tours, private receptions, ceremonial gatherings, state occasions, or nationally significant events, protocol repeatedly became the center of attention. Some people believe these incidents show the palace strictly enforcing long-established traditions. Others believe they reflect changing relationships within the royal family after Harry and Meghan stepped away from their official roles. Opinions remain deeply divided, and many of these stories continue to be debated years after they first made headlines. No matter where someone stands on these events, there's no denying that each moment generated enormous public discussion. Royal protocol, public expectations, media coverage, and personal decisions combine to create stories that continue attracting attention long after the events themselves ended. Every appearance seemed to produce another headline, another debate, and another round of speculation that kept audiences talking. Now, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these moments surprised you the most? Was there one incident that stood out above all the others, or do you think some of these situations have been misunderstood over time? Share your opinion in the comments below. We're always interested in hearing different perspectives and joining the discussion. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest royal stories, updates, and discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.